Hello and welcome to Destiny Digits. This is the birthday reading for birthday number 22. 22s, you are the master builder. And obviously that's a master number. So every day, all day, you have the energy of a 4, right? 2 plus 2 reduced is 4. So that is your energy. However, because you are a master number, 11, they are masterful because they have vision. But you are masterful because you build, you can create incredible things in your lifetime. And so 22s, you're logical, you're intuitive, you're powerful. People pay attention to you. People really rely on your work ethic, right? They just sometimes just like to watch and admire, just to see you in action. So consider the fact that 22 is an alter ego. This energy is an alter ego that you can tap into when walking out your life path energy. So you can use the two of them to support one another. First card out was Broken Arrow, embrace the energy of peace. And so this is really about mending bridges, saying apologies, accepting apologies, just attempting to restore harmony and balance. We'll read more into this, but embrace the energy of peace. I'm feeling like this is more with others as opposed to inner peace with self, but we'll see. Then we have Warrior, be fearless and stand strong. That is your energy, honestly. So there may have been something that you had to grow through, struggle through. I don't want to say struggle, but grow through, right? And so sometimes things grow us through obstacles or challenges. And then we have Lord, take charge with authority. And so you are a force. You are an achiever. You are just naturally a leader. And like I said, I do feel like this is not about you. I think this is really about you connecting with others and maybe seeing how situations play out and seeing how you are supposed to show up in experiences with others. Finally, bottom of the deck, we have take care of your needs in winter. And, typically what do animals do? They store up for the winter, right? And so they always anticipate that when the winter comes, things are scarce, things are barren, things are frozen over, things are not growing, things are not lush, so we won't have food. And so while things are ripe and abundant, we are going to prepare for the times when it's not that way. And Spirit is asking you to take care of your needs, not for just the short term, but the long term, to really see, to have a vision for your future. Um, and that can be physically, like resources, but I also am feeling that this is about energetically. Because I feel like something maybe that you were going through with others, um, you know, maybe can take away the focus that you normally would have on yourself and your own well-being, because you are putting so much attention into other situations. Sometimes we may neglect ourselves. So I feel like this is just Spirit reminding you, as you push through whatever the experiences is that you're going through. Yes, you're a warrior, you're strong, continue to be fearless, but you have needs. Don't neglect yourself. So whatever you're pushing through, working on, whatever you're attempting to secure, Spirit is just saying, keep going, but take care of self first, right? Take care of self first. So we have my true safety lies in my capacity to align with the love of the universe. So safety, my true safety. And so I think that this is about security. So you're a builder, master builders, 22s, you're logical, you're practical. And so I think that Spirit is saying that how you understand things to be secure in the physical sense is exactly that. But spiritually speaking, Spirit wants to know that when we are going through times in life where our peace is is leaving us and it seems to not be returning, we can rely on spirit. We can know that even in those times we're safe and all is well, because love is abundant and all around us. So if you needed to know that, I feel like spirit is saying, we got you, we love you, um, and know that we are here. We have, I heal the habit of fear and I embrace the habit of love. So be fearless and stand strong. I heal the habit of fear. So spirit, most times people would assume that love and hate are opposites, but it's really love and fear. So typically when we fear something, we reject it. But when we're in a space of love, we embrace it, no matter if it's foreign, unknown, unfamiliar to us. And so spirit is asking you to make sure that to use your strength and to stand in your power, but make sure that you are open to, you can find love in all situations. You can find love. Sometimes, depending on what we've been through, and we've all been through a lot, but sometimes depending on what we've been through, we tend to guard ourselves in order to protect ourselves. And so spirit is saying, continue to be that way, but don't apply the armor to your heart, right? Don't apply the armor to your heart, because then we are going to be trapped in fear and we're not going to be able to live from a place of love and embracing life as we should, because this is really about growing us spiritually. That's really about this whole show. Life, we're here to grow. We're in school, and spirit wants you to be the best student. And so you have a habit of being afraid of things. And why is that? When did you first feel fear? What fears have you had? How real were they? Like legit, like for real. Like, sometimes our fears, we needed, like there was nothing else, like anybody would have, you know what I mean? Like the fear that you have learned to use in response to situations is necessary. But I feel like spirit is saying that, this is a different time. And we want you to trust us and we want you to level up and to grow. And in order to do that, you've got to open up. So continue to be strong in this warrior, but don't be a fighter because you're afraid. Be a fighter because you are looking for love. Because you are looking for love. Alrighty, center of the spread is the Lovers. So that's the energy of 6. That's about harmony. That's about protection, nurturing, right? So I've heard the Lovers is a choice card. I've heard that. But energetically, 6 is really about energies balancing, right? It's about a harmony. What you put into a situation is what you get back out of it. And so I see the Lovers, I see the Knight of Cups, I see the Five of Cups. And so I'll just say this, if this is about intimacy or a relationship, a partnership with another, then definitely, but I'm definitely going to just speak about the energy and then you can apply it in the event it's not an intimate relationship. But maybe I said before, I felt like this reading was really talking about you in relation to others. And so we'll tap more into it. We had an extra card come out, and so that was the Seven of Swords. And this could be moving behind the scenes, doing something in secrecy. This could just be an energy that's hidden. Right? And it doesn't have to be a hidden action, but it can be a hidden agenda, a hidden plan, a hidden motive. And so we'll just keep that energy and, we'll tap into it if we need. And bottom of the deck, 8 of Wands. So this is like momentum. This is like forward movement, right? I also see the Knight of Swords, another movement card. So some action is required of you, some action, some response. There will be something that you have to do in this current energy that we're in. So center, we have the Lovers. So I feel like in love and in relationships, Spirit is saying to be fearless. So, maybe in situations we were afraid of love, afraid of connection, we closed ourselves off to it. Maybe because we had gotten into situations that hurt us, or, you know, took from us in some way that made us feel like we have to protect, we have to defend our heart. It's not something that we give away, but it's something that we hold close. Um, but I feel like Spirit is wanting you to tap in to a different energy, an energy of harmony. And so, as this builder, you are very forceful. You're a leader, you're an achiever, you're logical. Sometimes emotion just doesn't make sense. And so just consider your relationship with just how you feel about relationships. How do you feel about them? If you are in one, what's the current state? Do you have fears? Do you feel like you do have to be strong as a result of what you've been through um, in your past? But nonetheless, you know, we have the Knight of Cups. Sometimes this is the energy of, a knight in shining armor. Like, just this young, attractive, character who's bringing love, feels loving. And when Spirit says take care of your needs, I feel like this is reminding you that yes, you are this achiever, you are a builder, you accomplish a lot, but there's another aspect to you that can grow just as well as, your success. And so literally take care of your needs. I feel like this could possibly be emotional. This could be in a partnership. When we were talking about winter and, food being scarce during certain times of the year, I feel like, maybe love, or in life, maybe at times love felt like it was distant or foreign or far away, or it felt hard to find, but maybe it's becoming available to you. And and if it's something that you want or desire, there are things that you have to do to kind of prepare and put yourself in that environment, in that space. The Five of Cups energy, I feel like this is an energy of the past. I feel like this is the energy that you have to come out of. This is the energy that we're healing. This is kind of like where we're only thinking about where we've been and we're not really able to see what is still to come. And that's because we have healing to do. And it's because we have to heal the fear. So not only intimate relationships, but any relationship that we've had with someone that we cared about and that we believed cared about us, that relationship was doing something to our heart. It was teaching us something about ourselves and about what we should think and feel about love and how we should embrace others. And sometimes those relationships were great examples, but sometimes they weren't. And they could have happened with, family, friends. It could have happened with anybody. But, you know, as we grow, we need to grow in all aspects of ourselves. And so in this situation, I feel like Spirit is offering you an opportunity to emotionally expand yourself in some way by overcoming a fear that you may have about love or embracing others or relationships. Or, beneath the Lovers, we have the Hanged Man, and this is total submission. This is surrendering and just saying, I can't control this situation. I've done all that I can. I really need to give it all to Spirit, right? This is giving it to Spirit, and this is trying to find the light. This is trying to find the underlying spiritual meaning of something, right? This is just turning ourselves upside down and hoping that we get a different perspective. And it's when you become this Hanged Man in this energy of surrender that Spirit reveals to you that you have the ability to take charge, to take control. You have authority. Um, and so if this is, if there was if there was a situation, if there was a choice in love, if there was something, if there was a connection that confused you or left you, and I see the Five of Swords here, this is, this is about surrendering to gain clarity, to gain understanding. And so because of what we went through in the past with our experiences and our fears surrounding love, whenever anything comes into our life that is remotely similar or gives us a similar feeling, it puts us into this space of not really understanding how to work through it. But in this space, Spirit is saying, listen, when you get into that space where you're like, oh God, I already know where this is going to go, surrender, because you actually have the ability to control. You don't have to just be at the mercy of something. You play an active participant, and you can take charge and authority over your connections with others. You can build them just as well as you build other things in life. Like your authority doesn't stop when it comes to love, right? That is what you have, that in all aspects of life. It may not be as strong in love or in emotion, right? But that's just because maybe we haven't put enough focus or time into it. Um, we have, when I cultivate a spiritual connection, I can trust the universe no matter what. And so this confusion that comes to us, this not being able to make sense of situations, not being able to clear our mind, to always be conflicted, right? Spirit is saying, it's, you get into these spaces of not knowing, not understanding, not being able to see, because our connection with you isn't that strong. But it's through our connection that you can trust the situation, no matter what it looks like. You can trust it because we're here for you. We wouldn't neglect you. Now the Emperor, but below the Knight of Cups, the Emperor is about authority, control. It's about rules and boundaries, and just, you know, establishing a presence, having a presence, a power, having, he's got a chess piece in his hand. This is about, you know, being a step ahead, just being well aware, just being prepared and masterful in how you show up to situations in life. And spiritual alignment puts my manifestation into motion. So you have to be this Emperor. I don't know if you can see this kind of like, you know, wispy, like smoke, but I feel like it's an indication of intuition, of connection, of a relationship with spirit. And this Emperor wouldn't be able to be what he is in the world if he didn't have the support from spirit. And I feel like that's what makes the emperor, is that he doesn't do it all on his own. He understands that his power stops and spirits begin. And it's in that alignment that he's able to manifest and create and to put things into motion. And that is the ability that you have when we're talking about love, relationships, and companionships. You have the peace, and someone has your peace, but it's about trusting, believing, surrendering, and connecting to spirit, and realizing that you're an active participant, right? And so we literally have the Hanged Man, right? So we have the Lovers, and then we surrender, we get enlightenment, and then above is the Knight of Swords. This is like taking off in the direction that we have full clarity of, right? The Knight of Swords is operating with spirit. I feel like the bird in the air is saying, they've got the presence and the guidance of the divine, but you also have the protection of the bow on your back, which says that you are divinely connected. I don't know if you can see the bottom of his shoes, but that same, kind of smoke that was attached to the Emperor is also on the shoes of the knight. And I feel like it's the clarity, it's the truth that you get through this spiritual connection that you have made in your relationship with spirit, that tells you it's okay to pursue, it's okay to trust, it's okay to, and so this Knight of Swords talks about embracing the energy of peace. And so if when you think of love and relationships and connection, if it's something that normally makes you uneasy, I think that once you overcome and once you overcome the fears of companionship, relationships, and people, once you overcome what you've been through, I think the confidence that the Knight of Swords operates in with spirit involved is where you are moving to, right? So you go from surrendering to chasing, to totally chasing, right? Because you've overcome the fear. You've discovered that you had blocks that you had to push past. And that's intuitive. This Eight of Wands, the High Priestess here above the Knight of Cups, the High Priestess talks about really closing yourself off to the physical world because you realize a whole nother world exists where you can access information. And when we're talking about aligning ourselves spiritually and taking care of all aspects of self, definitely emotionally, Spirit is saying that you are intuitive. You have the ability to make this connection. You have the ability to just know things, to trust things. Spirit wants you to be sure. It is when Spirit connects with you and gives you this